My name is Armando Alejandro Montalvo, better yet known as Cross the Kid Young Cuts, the man of a different aliases, and I'm a professional wrestler, I'm a comedian, actor, musician, poet, um, philanthropist, barber, platform artist, hairstylist, all these great things all connected into one. But today I wanted to touch base on my mental health and my well-being and everything of where I'm at today in my life so people can quite understand everything in what I'm doing for myself today and for my future and where I'm trying to go. So a lot of people, have asked me, because I'm dealing with a lot. I was arrested for trying to ensure the safety of people at a gas station, choked out, battered from behind, didn't want to fight, still taken to jail. So I'm kind of in the process of dealing with that as well, and with the courts. And I was sent to state hospital um, last year for, running across the street and crashing the opening of the fire station across the street, and just trying to be a jackass and be a clown, but no intentions on harming anybody or harming myself. They still took me to state hospital, which is fine, and that's why everything that I do now, as far as my filming, my videos and my things of that, I put disclaimers ensuring that I am not a threat to the community, nor myself, or anybody else, and because these are my dreams, my goals, my aspirations, and I can't stop doing what I love just because of certain roadblocks have gotten into my way and in my life. But when I was in state hospital, I utilized that time in the best way to deal with the certain situations that I was going through, because there's no miracle pill to the thing called life, which we all struggle with from day to day. No doctor is going to give you a pill that's going to say life is going to get easy, you're no longer going to get angry no more, you're not going to get frustrated, and life is going to get easy for you. For me, it tends to get easier now that I'm drug-free and I'm sober, clean, and working on my dreams and my goals. But I understand that there is no miracle pill. And that is why you must always have coping skills in your back pocket to deal with the stress of life. Because no matter what doctor tries to prescribe you, it's not going to let go of the problems of life that we face. Like Mr. Chester taught me in Detox, there is no miracle pill. So for me, I've been compliant with my treatment, taking the medications that I've done. And in state hospital, I was over-medicated in Aspire Health Partners before I was sent to state hospital. And when I got out, I was Baker-acted, which is fine. I'm doing their program. But the doctor on the unit, when I went back to her unit, couldn't just over-medicate me again, because I've already been set on a medication that I'm already taking, which has already been in my system for about 7.5, 8 months. July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February. 8 months. So I've been compliant with everything that I've been doing, taking my medications. I'm taking Depakote and Seroquel. And because I'm doing all these great things that I'm doing, and I'll take it and I'll throw it all out there because I know they want to hear that. So I'm going to let them hear what they need to hear. So in state hospital, I utilized my time to do what I needed to do. Write my music, write books, write chapters, do everything I need to do as far as my imagination and my creation goes. Because, let's face it, if James Cameron was in a state hospital and he wrote all these movie scripts, they'd probably think that he's probably in a loony bin for the rest of his life. But that's fine and okay, because I am a creative, innovative individual. So now, And they did a lot of tests on me, to test my anger and test all this. But for me today, I can simply deal with it, through my coping skills, martial arts, meditation, exercise, music. Sometimes we gotta scream a little bit. Sometimes we get a little bit angry. There's no miracle pill to this thing called life. And I've been doing my whole program compliant. They come to my house every single day. They told me once the first month was done, they were going to modify it. Today they told me that they still need to come out here every single day, which is fine. Because I will complete it, I will accomplish it, and I will do everything that I need to do. Because I am drug-free, gang resistance, I'm protecting myself and my own well-being. The doctor now is trying to force new medications on me. Yet, I've been complying and I'm good at where I'm at in my life. And I told him, I said, look, doc, I'm doing fine at where I'm at in my life. Why are you persisting on me taking new medications, considering I'm already taking medications right now? Why are you trying to push new medications on me? I'm doing fine at where I'm at. I'm happy. I'm productive. I'm doing the things I need to do. I'm working hard. I'm achieving my goals. And I'm moving towards my life. And I'm staying out of institutions and out of jail. Why are you trying to push more drugs on me? He gives me a scenario where, you're writing books and you get a little angry. Who doesn't get a little angry? Writing is one of my coping skills. It's what I do. I'm a writer. I'm a musician. I'm a poet. These are the things that I do to cope with the stress of life, because there's no miracle pill. So here's the deal how it works with these medications. It takes anywhere from 4 to 8 weeks to even get in your system and start a stabilization, to stabilize in your system. So it takes time. To 3 months, you'll be at a stable level. So if I've been on these medications for already 7.5, 8 months, why are you trying to start me on a new medication? Which I have the literature for, which he wants me to start, which is Abilify. And it says some young people have thoughts about suicide when taking medicine for a major depressive disorder and other psychiatric disorders. Stay alert to changes in your mood or symptoms. Report any new or worsening symptoms. So he says, before we give you the new medication, we'll start you on a couple pills. And that's how it works. So this is how I know it works. So the medication I'm previously taking will start to get out of my system, yet it'll still be in my system starting a new medication. And then once it starts to get out of my system, then possibly the side effects and the certain things of the new medication will start to kick in. And that could put me in harm's way. And like one of my teachers in State Hospital told me about the medications, if you got a carburetor on your car and everything is running fine, you don't want to mess that up. And this is my life, and this is my well-being, and this is my future, and this is my day-to-day routine. At the end of the day, it's like that doctor told me, he services over a couple hundred clients. He's got a couple hundred people to deal with. God forbid if something happens to me, he's not going to care. He's got to go home to his family. He's got things he's got to do. And I'm sitting there and pleading with him that I'm doing fine of where I'm at in my life today, and I'm functional and I'm able to do my daily routine. And yet, he's still trying to put new medications on me. And that is the problem. And that is why I speak up for myself. And I speak up for everybody else. Because that is the problem with these doctors. They can make up anything in the court of law and they can say all that. We all know what happened to the doctors who pushed out all these painkillers in the state of Florida. Everybody got over-medicated. These doctors, some of them are worse than the drug dealers out in the street. It's the same routine. Hey, but doc, I'm doing fine at where I'm at in my life. But no, but you should try this. But you know, I'm doing fine with this. No, but you should really try this. That is how people get over-medicated. That is how people go down darker paths. And unfortunately, some people take their own lives because of it. Some of these medications. And I'm just keeping it a real 100% in everything that I do. Because I'm out here promoting drug resistance, gang resistance, positivity, jail resistance, not to go to jail, and trying to make change and within believing in yourself. And I'm doing all of these great things, and I'm happy at the end of the day. And I got doctors who really don't know me for a can of paint that are trying to push new medications on me and over-medicate me. I called disability. I notified everybody. And like I told my old man, if you can't support me in what I'm doing, then maybe I don't need to be around. But I'm doing fine at where I'm at. I'm helping. I'm productive. I'm doing everything I need to do. Maybe not financially, I'm where I need to be in my life, but mentally, I'm good. And I'm doing the things that make me happy. And then you got doctors that are trying to take my happiness away from me and trying to tell me that I need this and need that and need this. Yet, I've already been on a dosage of medication for how long? 8 months? Because that's what the original doctors wanted when I went to state hospital. They wanted me to get on a dose of medication, yet I'm taking. Now they want to start me on something new. But that is me, myself, and I taking a step back and speaking up for myself and my mental health well-being and saying, hey, I'm doing fine at where I'm at in my life. Because I've spoken to some of my buddies I was with in state hospital. And they came from a previous hospital where people just got continuously over-medicated and died. That's the reality. I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be drugged up down the street like a zombie where I can't even be productive, shoot my videos, be a musician, do the things that make me happy, wrestle, train, and do all these artistic things that bring creativeness into doing what makes me happy for myself at the end of the day. And trying to empower the youth to learn from my mistakes. And the problem is everybody thinks they know what's best for me at the end of the day, yet they really don't care to ask me 2 questions. How are you doing on your medications? Are you okay? Do you feel like doing this? No. It's, hey, I'm recommending you try this new drug, but it costs $2,000. Well, great. I guess it is drugs at the end of the day, right? Because if it's $2,000, you're trying to drug me up on some new kind of drug. I'm not that stupid. So you know what they do? They try to get a guardian advocate to say that somebody, as far as myself, doesn't know what's best for my own mental health and my own well-being, when clearly I do. When I'm a safe driver, I'm a safe person, I try to ensure the safety of others or where I go. I always keep an eye out. I help people within this community. I try to promote good things. I try to help a little here and there when I can and trying to make a difference because I care. And like I said at the end of the day, there's no miracle pill to this thing called life. If I don't advocate for people or advocate for myself, then people will continuously be drugged up. And that's the sad thing that happens to a lot of people, is they don't speak up for themselves. and they don't say that I'm fine or I'm good or where I'm at. This doctor's only sat with me. This was the third time. The first time he sat down, got a little background. It's just a recommendation. But I'm telling him, hey, I'm fine. Doesn't know me for a can of paint. Has not even truly considered to see where I'm at in my life. Wow, you doing haircuts downtown for the homeless? That's great. That's awesome. That's good. But you know what, Doc? I'm doing good for myself. Why are you trying to give me a new medication? It caused suicidal thoughts. Got severe agitation, distress, restless feeling, twitching, uncontrollable movements, eyes, lips, tongue, masked appearance, seizure, thoughts of suicide or hurting yourself, severe nervous system reaction, stiff, rigid muscles, high fever, sweating, confusion, faster, uneven heart tremors, low blood counts, weight gain, blurred vision, drooling. Here's the medication that he's recommending, Abilify. The great ads look good on TV. But at the end of the day, you can be servicing as many clients as you can on this medication. But everybody's body works differently. The body's a conductor. The body cannot work without the brain. If everybody was meant to be on the same level, we wouldn't have half the technology we have today. We wouldn't have nearly as many creative things that we have today. We wouldn't have the hard workers we have today. We wouldn't have as many things as we have today if everybody was all meant to think on the same level or be on the same plateau. That is not the way God intended us to be. I don't know what you believe in, but I believe in the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost, which is my medication, my destination, and my physician at the end of the day. So I'm here today to advocate for myself and speaking up for myself and pushing it out there because my social media gives me an outlet. Because y'all know what happened to me years ago, how I talked about how I got over-medicated. And it happened again. So I have to speak up. Because God forbid if anything ever happens to me, the truth was out there. And that's the problem. You get somebody of my certain level of degree who's doing all these great things. Why are you trying to mess that up? You're sitting there and you're telling me, look, one of the guys on the team is trying to tell me, look, we're not trying to do that to you. We're here to. Well, then if you're truly here to help me, then understand that nobody knows my own mental health than I do. At the end of the day, I'm not going to the liquor store every day. I'm not going down the street trying to buy drugs. I'm not out there blowing my brain on drugs and alcohol. So why y'all trying to over-medicate me and try me on some new drugs? If I'm good at where I'm at in my life, it's drugs. Because nobody knows my own mental health at the end of the day better than I do. I tell the doctor, hey, are you taking? I don't need the drugs. Well, cool. Then if I need them, then I'm good at what I'm taking today. Why are you trying to push new drugs on me? You can't give me a sufficient enough answer. Oh, because we're trying to protect your brain before, you can there's no protection. That's why you have coping skills. That's why people go to the gym. That's why people, sometimes scream or yell, so they don't get, too frustrated or, they go join a martial arts or they go out and go jogging or they do some poetry or they cut some grass or they do a couple things that makes them feel happy to cope with the stress of life. And that's the main thing I learned in State Hospital. So the hell that those doctors put me through, it was worth it all. Because there's no miracle pill to this thing called life. If there was, you couldn't put a price on it. Everybody be coasting by, and life would have no hardships. My miracle pill is the Lord Jesus Christ. The Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost that rests right here in me, in every step, in every walk, in everything that I do. Without Him, I am nothing. But when I'm sitting across the table and telling a doctor that I'm completely fine, or where I'm at on the medications that I'm taking, and not even taking that into consideration, or even caring, because at the end of the day, they think or they assume what's best for my mental health and my well-being, yet they don't live with me, they don't walk with me, they don't do everything that I do, and I post everything out there for the world to see what I'm doing, because I want them to see, because they clearly got me all wrong. And even though I got shot by the police, I still forgive. I still get a little angry and frustrated over it sometimes, but I try to move forward from that. Some people are still judging me because of that. Shame on them, as my brother-in-law Ernie would say. But I have nothing to prove to these people. And you're sitting across from a doctor and you're saying, hey, I'm fine, I'm doing good. Why are you trying to push more medications on me? But I'm fine. I'm good. I'm complying with whatever I need to do. And here's the problem too. It's just like diabetes, right? If you miss your diet, I'm sorry, y'all. You psychiatrists, you doctors, this and that, saying it's like diabetes. If you miss your psych meds, I don't think you're going to die. Okay? If you miss your insulin and whatever, your blood level, your sugar levels ain't on point, you just might die. But if you miss one dose of your psych meds, I don't think you're going to die. Okay? And that's the reality of how I perceive it. But for me, I'm doing good or where I'm at in my life today. Because I'm trying to bridge the gap within peace and everything and living in a good way with a good heart. And after I got shot by the police, I tried to listen to everybody else and thinking what was best for me when I knew what was best for me at the end of the day. But I didn't speak up for myself. And I just let people over-medicate me. I let people think what was best for me. I didn't put my trust completely into God. I didn't do what my heart was telling me to do. My heart is telling me to do this. So I'm going to do it. Because the reality of life and the situations and the stress of everything that we go through, you have to take a step and a look back at yourself and know who are you living for. For me, I live to God. And I live for myself now that I'm drug free. It's a lonely walk. It's a lonely road. I wish I had the lady of my dreams. I'd be straight. But this doctor who's sitting across the table from me, at the end of the day, is going to go home to his family. He's going to service as many 100 clients as he has. And God forbid if I take some certain medication and I start experiencing these side effects, he ain't going to feel them. He ain't going to have to deal with them. He ain't going to have to deal with none of them. I am. And that's the problem today. Nami communicate? Well, I'm communicating with the world right here. Because if I don't speak up for myself, nobody's going to do it. No doctor, knows your mental health or your well-being better than yourself. Though there are doctors out there that have to get you physically, possibly, and mentally fit and checked, but nobody knows yourself better than yourself. Yeah, sometimes you got to get checked out, right? I was going to do a joke, but I can't do it. I got to keep it real on the dot. But you have to know what's best for your treatment at the end of the day. I just refuse to let a doctor over-medicate me again, which they've done before, because I guess that would be more productive for them, right? To have me walking around like a zombie, not being able to be productive, wanting to drink and do drugs to feel some kind of betterness about myself. Because being happy and being sober and being good today and being content and working the programs is just not enough. We have to give them more medications. Hell nah. You ain't finna keep over-medicating me like that. Especially after everything that I've been through. And I'm not just talking about being shot with jail, institutions, state hospital, everything that I've been through. And I've still managed to stay strong and pick myself up and fight my way back into the light. Anybody else, I can't really speak on anybody else. And that's why I'm doing everything I can to motivate other people. To help build them and help them fight back into the light. All my homeboys I grew up with, they're probably all still doing all the same thing. I pray they see the light I have today. But this walk, this journey, this road of success I'm on, because success to me means being drug-free and staying sober and doing what I need to do. And like I told those doctors today, because I got 3 minutes left on this, if I decide to drink or use drugs today, it ain't gonna matter what miracle pill you try to offer me, or medication, this, that, or whatever you tried to give me. That ain't gonna matter. That's all gonna go out through the window. You worse than the drug dealers on the street trying to push more medications on me. Yo, we got this new drug out, so we want you to try this. Well, yo, if you see where I'm at, you should respect where I'm at in my life. Because I'm going to keep it 100% real. And that is life. If I decide to drink or use drugs today, it ain't going to matter all the hard work I just put in. It ain't going to matter what medications they're prescribing to me. None of that is going to matter. Because I'm going to either land up dead, in jail, or back on another unit. That's the reality. And they're saying, oh, well, you know, we're trying to protect you from going into mania again. Well, you know, possibly you starting me on a new medication can cause all of that. Drugs, alcohol, depression, this, that, withdrawn, and all that. You're trying to mess up the cycle I'm already on. Listen, I'm Cross the Kid Young Cuts, Armando Alejandro Montalvo, saying never give up on your dreams and always speak true from the heart. You know what I'm saying? And God bless the world. God bless our USA troops. Because unfortunately, a lot of this happens to a lot of our soldiers that gets back home. And we all need to help one another out. But when you feel like in your heart you know what's good for yourself, you got to speak up. This is my life at the end of the day. This is my mental health. This is my future. This is my get up, my daily routine. This is the way I live. But I got the Lord in my heart. And I live drug free. And I live sober today. And for that, I'm blessed. And I'm thankful for everything that I got. I love you guys. Love, props, peace, and chicken grease.